Welcome back to another episode of Let Us Be Sustainable. I'm Frank, and today is a hot and humid day. And you would think I would be living in the coast of Florida with rain one minute and sun the next. That's what we've been getting. Rain on and off, sunshine, rain on and off, and sunshine. But, on a good note, the Dahlias are making a recovery. I am growing a lot of cultivars for a specific reason. Honestly, I have to figure out which of these cultivars are the best seed parents. Last year, Sylvia was a good seed parent. So was Boom Boom. And so was Caitlin's Joy. I'm trying out some others. These mosquitoes are just a bit harsh. So I have a lot of cultivars. In the ball category, again, I have, let me switch the camera angle around. We have Caitlin's Joy. She's starting to bloom. Hopefully that green center will disappear as more blooms show up. We have, I think this is Mary Mums. Here she is again, which is a darker pink than that one. I think it just gets lighter as it gets bigger. We have this Dahlia, which is called Late, late. I think she lives up to her name because everybody else is yay high and she is still down there. So I don't know, I'll be growing that one again. We have Sharky on this end right next to Caitlin's Joy and Mary Mums. Here we have another Karma Naomi, along with a white Nettie. So these are going to start blooming soon. They have buds. And then it's next to Odyssey, and Odyssey has 2 stems growing. And after it was attacked by the raccoon, it snapped them off. So, I mean, hey, it grew back. I'm grateful. And maybe it'll have time to bloom. That's what I'm grateful about. I have Nijinsky. And here I have Ray-Ban Royale, which is a purple ball, and it's doing great. After I sprayed that BT solution, I think I solved the borer problem, and I don't see any more thrips. In fact, I don't even see leaf hoppers, to be honest. I haven't seen a leaf hopper in a while. So I'm hoping that has helped. I gotta support this one. This one is Dance Berlin, and it's leaning on Burlesca, and Burlesca is really tall. She's already starting to bloom. Focus. See, this is what Stan von Berlin looks. Stan von Berlin. Am I pronouncing that right? Now, there I have a rooted cutting from White Perfection. It's been raining a lot, so Some of the tubers didn't have enough time to create roots, but they did sprout, and it started to wilt. So I dug it up and removed the rotted tuber and planted this one separately because it had roots. It had roots, so hopefully it's just transplant shock and it'll come back. So I gotta get a support for this one. This one is doing awesome. It's got a nice height. And this is Sandra. Nice thick stem. I didn't pinch it off because I am desperate for blooms and I want seeds. So once this one blooms, it's right there. I want seeds. I want crosses already. After all I've gone through, I'm desperate for seeds now. This one is Peltington Supreme. It's a yellow ball. Doing great. Nice and tall. Next to Chickadee. Chickadee is right here. It's leaning to the right, but she'll be supported by that other one. I have Babette. And yellow netty. I have a yellow netty there and Babette. Cornell Bronze is doing okay. So far, I mean, they're making a comeback. I am grateful to get this far. I didn't think I was going to, but I'm here. I am here. I've made it this far. Razzmatazz. Nice stalk. Nice, healthy leaves. Beautiful. It's just they've made a comeback. After all they've been through, they made a comeback. There's Sylvia again. Mary Mums. Yep, and Sharky. We went through that one. On the dark side, here we have Arabian Night. This is Black Diamond. Sorry that the color doesn't show true because it is like a velvety, it's a velvety looking color to the Dahlia. And Maroon Fox. So those are together. This one is Jessie G. Is coming up. We've got Moore's Place is coming up. Ivanetti surprisingly threw up another eye. I thought I was done with it, but it threw up another eye. I had stunk in the tuber back in and it sprouted again. So I lucked out. I thought it was over. Purple Fox coming up, doing great. And this is a red called Garden Wonder. This is Ray-Ban Pristine. Oh no, what am I talking about? Sorry, take that back. This is actually my pink ball seedling that I grew this season. I believe she was a seedling from Caitlin's Joy. I'm gonna have to look that up, but I believe so. If I'm wrong, I'll post it. She was a pink, nice pink ball, but the borer got to the stems and it it almost rotted down to the tubers, but I managed to cut down to the soil line and save it. And now she produced more, stems, and I'm hoping she will bloom again, to see if I can evaluate her for next season. Because you can't do your evaluation on just one bloom, and that's all she got to do, one bloom, before she was taken out. So I'm hoping she blooms. So let me get to the other side of this burgundy and red row. Because this one here is, I said it was Jessie G. I showed you that. Jessie G. Said this was Ivanetti, right? Yep. This is Frambuki Maroon, which is another reddish burgundy informal decorative. I should pair that up with something else. I've been moving them around, trying to better pair them up with color and form. Because if I can't be here to cross pollinate, I want to be able for the bees to pollinate for me. So I'm hoping that if I put them in a position where they can go from side to side, and I most likely get the cross I want anyway, and they do a better job than I do. So I've been moving them around. That's why I haven't staked them all like I have that row, and I'll get to that row in a second. And then this last one here is also another Karma Naomi. So we got Karma Naomi. What did I say? This is Fabukin, Maroon, Ivanetti, Maroon Fox. We got a Purple Fox somewhere in here. So far they are coming up. This was the seedling from Boom Boom. She's amazing. I know she's a yellow, and not too many people are crazy about yellows, but she is an amazing little bloomer, and I'm going to keep her going. What I plan to do is pair her up with a purplish maroon, and I think that's Blue Boy next to her. So if she crosses with Blue Boy, I'm hoping that the colors combination will make for better seedlings for next year. This one I'm so sad about, because again the raccoon knocked the label out, and now I don't know what it is. So I'm hoping when it blooms I have a better idea what it is. That's why it's in this pile. This is another Maroon Fox. This is the Maroon Fox that I had broken, and it's coming back. This is Seattle. She's doing okay. This is a Snowcap. This one is Musette. Hawaii. Another Maroon Fox. This is Mission Jazzy, doing great. And another Snowcap at the very end, because that one just kept getting dug out by the raccoon, and it has been stunted. So that's the end of that. So I don't think that one will do anything this year, but that's okay. I have plenty of Snowcaps to make up for that one. Here we come to the cactus types. I have Yellow Star. I have Bold Accent, and I have a Marshall, and I believe that's also a yellow. So we have a yellow, a pink, a yellow. This is like a pinkish lavender. So hopefully they'll produce something nice in between the three. And here we come to the water lilies. I have, this is Gurihapki, if I'm pronouncing that right. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Hopke, I'm not pronouncing that right. This one has had a difficult time. It is a white this is bright to be. Don't know if it'll make it. The borer got to it. It's putting on some new shoots, but I don't know if it'll bloom in time. But if it gives me tubers, I'm okay with it. This one is Angels of 7A, which is a red water lily. This is the cutting from Mission Canary. This was left over of the stem that the stem borer went through, and it got rotted from the bottom half. I cut the top half, stuck it into this pot, hopefully that it would root, and it's growing. It's growing, it's doing its thing. So hopefully it will bloom. If it doesn't, I'm okay with it, as long as it gives me tubers for next year. So we have the pink, the white, the red, the yellow. This one is Cream de Cassie. So she's doing okay. She was also attacked by the borer, and I had to cut back a lot of the stems. But she, snapped back after I sprayed her with the BT. She's coming back, and she's ready to start blooming. So she's happy. And then this is the actual Mission Canary. Why is this like this? Why am I not? Hold on one second. So this is the Mission Canary that was attacked by the borer, and this is the one I got to save the stem from. So this is the actual parent Dahlia for that particular cutting. So those are my water lilies. Now to the last row, the one that I corralled. This one is the one that was hit the hardest, and I've taken everything out of the rows that was not going to make it. So currently we have the correct Ray-Ban Pristine, which is a white ball, which I think is a sport to the Ray-Ban Royale purple. This one is Landcrest. She's made a comeback. She was hit hard. The spray has helped. This one is Snowcap. And this one is the seedling, the white seedling from Boom Boom and Landcrest. This is the parent. Well, I should say the father, and the mother was Boom Boom. She blooms more like Boom Boom than Landcrest. She's a bigger flower, and I thought that small flowers were dominant, but guess not. This is Norwegian's Glory. That is White Perfection. Akita, another White Perfection. That's Kevin Floodlights, Lavender Perfection, and this one here is Pretty Pien, P-I-E-N, Pien, Pretty Pien. Now, oh, and that one is Lady Darlene, and that is the original White Perfection, which the tuber rotted away, and the stems were drooping. But that one also has roots, so I'm hoping it'll snap back. If not, that's okay. I have another White Perfection. I was only trying to hold on to them for seeds because I know that White Perfection produces good seeds. Yeah, I don't know if you're interested, but that's my sunflowers. I'm collecting the seeds on this too. Anyway, so if you're wondering why I grew so many single cultivars, is I want to know which one produces the best seeds, and that way as a breeder I can breed and work with those cultivars. If the cultivar doesn't produce seeds, I'm not going to work with it. It's going to go away. I'll sell the tuber off, but I will not work with it because my point is to create new dahlias. And if it doesn't produce either pollen or seeds, then I can't use them. So I know that Caitlin's Joy is a good one, and so is Sylvia, and so is White Perfection, and so is Lavender Perfection, and so is Kevin Floodlights. Now, as far as the water lilies, I gotta figure that out. I don't know if Cream de Cassis is a good one or Mission Canary is a good one. But if I cross Mission Canary over to Cream de Cassis and they produce seeds, then hey, by all means, I'm gonna keep them. So it was a learning process, just like I said before, true transparency. I am gonna tell you what I'm crossing and what's worked for me, so that if you want to try it, then it'll work for you. So at the moment, the blooms are coming. I'm just letting them bloom. I'm leaving them open pollinated. When there's enough blooms that I can make my own and I have enough time to have them mature before the first frost sets in, then I will cover them with a Mulson bag and, do my own hand pollination. But for now, I'm going to let the bees do the work because I've been hit so hard as far as pest management was concerned. It was a learning experience. My first problem was the raccoon. Then the aphids came, but the aphids were more easier to control because I have the surrounded area, it's gone wild. So the beneficial insects would normally take residence in those weeds and then make their way into the dahlias, which worked, and they controlled the aphids. Now, the biggest problem was the stem borers. I didn't have that problem last year, but this year it was a big problem, and it would have wiped me out hadn't I do my due diligence and actually come out here and check these dahlias out as to why they were wilting. And once I discovered what the problem was, then I had to find a solution. Yeah, it was kind of devastating. I thought I was gonna lose my whole dahlia patch. Did it cause a lot of damage? Absolutely, yeah. It did. I lost quite a few of the dahlias, but that's expected. It comes with the territory. Mostly, it mostly attacked my seedlings, and I just cut them back to the ground anyway. Back to the. Hey, look at that. Do you see that? Do you see that? This is what I'm talking about. Now I have Japanese beetles. I mean, come on. It is one thing after another. I tell you. Seriously. What else can I do? I just shouldn't open my mouth, I swear. It's like the universe is against me today. Anyway, back to staying on topic. So, finding out what seed parents are the best. That is the main goal. These green centers will disappear as soon as I have more cooler nights, because for some reason the hotter the temperatures are, the more of these green centers you will have, because dahlias like temperatures between 60 and 75 degrees. Once it hits 80, you're gonna start seeing these green centers. You know, like today we were like 85. So yeah, once we start dipping into the cooler temps, then the centers will look more like that, and that's what you're looking for, and that's fine. What I like about this one, it hasn't blown its center, and it's been holding on for a good 7 days now, and it hasn't opened its center. For a seedling, that's great. Well, this is a better maroon fox. See, it's smaller. As soon as but it's in a shadier spot, so it'll start closing up. They'll start closing up. See what I mean? They will. So for now, doing what I got to do to save the dahlias and continue my breeding program. So if you have any comments and questions, I'll get back to you. Remember to hit the subscribe button and the like button so that the algorithm helps me out a bit. And if you need anything else, let me know. What other content you want me to write about? I will be posting more. I will be posting an update about the cuttings that I made, just like the Mission Canary one. They're not all rooted. The ones that didn't root rotted away, but the ones that did are coming along nicely. They are too small to produce any blooms, but they will produce tubers. So I'm happy about that. So until next time, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.